Guys, this is going to be a quick video on those vertical and horizontal lines. So if you remember from our introduction on slope, we watched Slope Dude, and there were 2 times where he was going straight across and then straight down, right? And the slope for the straight across is 0. So this would be the kind of line that would be y equals 2 plus 0x, as we could think about it, okay? Because we're rising nothing and we're running 1. So 0 over 1. We're rising nothing, running 1. Rising nothing, running 1. Well, so often you won't see this part of the equation. You'll just see y equals 2 or y equals -3 or y equals 7, wherever this is on the x and y axis. Okay, so if it was at 2, then this is the point, or this is a line, y equals 2. Undefined slope is where we just don't have a slope. Okay, it's not 0, it's undefined. Okay, and that's kind of hard to grasp, but if I have a x and y axis here, and this line lies on it, it's actually not even a y equals equation. Okay, it's going to be an x equals equation, because let's say x is, well, just for the same sake of using the same number, let's say x is 2. Well, x is always going to be 2 here. This could be the point 2, 1. This could be the point 2, 6. This could be the point 2, 8. X is always 2 here. In the same way, over here, y was always 2. This could be the point 2, 2. This could be the point 5, 2. This could be the point -3, 2. All the y's are 2 here. In an undefined slope line, all the x's are the same. Okay? So if we graph these lines, if we say y equals 5, well, let's just find where y equals 5 on the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here we would have plus 0x, right? 0 over 1. So over rise nothing, run 1. Rise nothing, run 1. And same thing backwards. Rise nothing, run 1. So we're going to have just a line at x or at y equals 5. Y is always 5. Here it's 0, 5. Here it would be 6, 5. Here it would be 10, 5. Over here it would be -8, 5. It's always 5. Forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, make sure you have all of these notes down. So if you need to go back and get some of these notes, make sure you pause the video and do that. We have x equals -2. Well, let's just find a spot where x equals -2. X's are on the horizontal axis. So x equals -2 is right here. And then x equals -2 is right here, and right here, and right here. This is going to be a line where x is always -2. So it's going to be a vertical line here. And we can plot some points. This is -2, 0, -2, 3, -2, what is this? 2, 4, 6, -2, -4. All these points have an x of -2. So Khan is going to have you graph a line that has a slope that's positive and greater than or less than the slope of the blue line. We don't have a blue line here. So there's going to be some Khan problems that are worded a little bit like this. And so if they have something like, let's say this doesn't have a blue line in here, but let's say the slope of the blue line looks like this. Okay. Something like that. Well, we need a slope that's positive, so still going up, and greater than the slope of the blue line. Okay? Well, greater just means it has a higher number. So if we have the slope of the blue line, let's find some nice points here. There's a nice point, and there's a nice point. In that, we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope of the blue line is 4 over 5. So we need a slope that's greater. So let's just make a slope that's 2, right? Because 2 would be, if we go up 2 over 1, that's greater than 4/5. 4/5 isn't even 1, right? So that's going to be what they mean there, okay? They could say greater than or less than. So if we wanted to go less than the blue line, then we'd have to make still positive but more shallow. So like this line would be, we go up 1 and over, it looks like 4. So 1/4 is less than 4/5. 2 over 1 is greater than, okay? It's a little trickier when you have a slope that's negative. So let's start with a blue line, and it's negative. And let's talk about what the slope is of this line. Well, we have a nice point here and a nice point here. So we're going down 2 over 5. So our slope is negative 2/5. Now, a slope that's greater than that, greater just means steeper. Okay, so if we're going to make a line that's greater than that, we need to be steeper. So something like this would be steeper, right? So here we'd have a point there and a nice point here, it looks like. Well, it looks like here too. So we go down 3 over 2, and that's greater than 2/5. Less than would then be something where we're less steep. So we're still negative, but we're less steep. So like that. So try those out on Khan.